So hey everyone, today in this video we're gonna discuss does all clinical SAS job require experience, okay? And you might have faced this issue that whenever you start looking for jobs after completing your clinical SAS training, you'll always see the job requirement that will ask you to have a minimum of 1, 2 or 3 years of experience. Now the question arises, if in the market 1, 2 or 3 years of experience is required, then how a fresher will get a job? Okay, so most probably this video is for fresher, clinical SAS fresher. Let's move to the main content. Now let's suppose you have completed your training from XYZ training institute. Okay, let's suppose you completed base, advanced, clinical, even you have done some project. In project, most probably you have created SDM Adam table listing. So once you've done this, okay, till this level, I believe that you have great amount of knowledge, most probably. So once you acquire this knowledge, okay, then you are eligible for any interview or to crack any interview, most probably. At least you can easily sit in an interview and you can confidently answer their question if you have this much knowledge. Now, to give interview, first you should get interview. Okay, now there the problem arises. So how to get interviews? Because in LinkedIn or Naukri.com, each and every job is asking you to have 1, 2 or 3 years of experience. Now here is the catch. So once you complete your training, so most probably where do you go for finding jobs? As of now, let's have a default like most probably LinkedIn, and then most probably you'll go to Naukri, okay, and then third will be some other platforms, or might be you will try some referrals if you have some colleagues who are working in the industry, or if you have someone like whom you know, okay, and they are having a relevant experience and they are working on this role. Now, whenever you go on LinkedIn, most probably you'll check, you'll write statistical programmer or clinical SAS programmer, okay, and then you start looking for vacancy. Then some company will come like pop-up Pfizer or Parexel or Vernex or IQVIA, LabCorp, XYZ companies will be there. And in that description 0 to 1 or maybe 1 to 2 or 2 to 3, okay, or 0 to 3. And whenever you apply those posts, okay, most probably the response you will hear that is very less, or you might get a mail that we have declined or we cannot move forward with your CV, okay, that is not meeting with our requirements, okay. This kind of mail most probably you can get. Now, so what you should do? Now the question is, guys, let's talk about the difference between a fresher job and experience job. Now why I'm talking in the mid about experience job, because you should know what is fresher job and what is experience job. That's how you can differentiate between fresher and experience job, and you will get to know how to find a job as a fresher. Okay, you'll get an idea in this video clearly. Now a fresher is someone, okay, who have the basic knowledge or certain level of knowledge, and now he's ready to give interviews and ready to even crack interviews, most probably. Okay, an experienced person is someone who is already working in the industry from past 3, 6 or 4 years, okay, or maybe from past 3, 6 or 4 months as well. Okay, no, this was the basic difference. Of experience is someone who is working in the industry, no matter like how many years of experience or months of experience he is having. A fresher is someone who is looking for job actively. Now here's the catch. Now let's suppose if the vacancy is there for fresher. Now whenever you go on internet or LinkedIn, okay, or Naukri.com, you'll always find a post for experienced employee, but you'll not find easily the post for fresher employee. Okay, now what's the problem? Let's discuss about it. Now you got the difference, right? Experienced person is someone who is working in the industry, and always remember, a person who is working in the industry, he'll be most probably having a 2-3 months of probation period, or like he need to, like after putting his paper or doing the resignation process, he need to wait for another 2 or 3 months. He cannot directly go to another company. Most probably this is a common rules that is following by the company. They have the 3 or 2 months of cooling period, okay, you need to be there in the company. Now but fresher is ready to join. Now what happened, whenever a vacancy comes up for a fresher, so most probably all the freshers are actively looking, okay, even they tell to people, if you got to know of any fresher vacancy, please do let us know. So what happened, whenever a vacancy for fresher comes up, candidates are ready aggressively ready. Okay, they are waiting for it, maybe from past 1 2 3 months or 6 months. Okay, they are aggressively ready, and now they are ready to apply for jobs. So whenever the vacancies comes up through some link or through some reference, each and every student who was in the waiting list, they start applying. Okay, they start applying. And now what happened, once you start applying, so few people get to know today, few people get to know tomorrow, few people get to know within 3 days, let's suppose. So most probably the interviews will be getting by the people those who applied first. Okay, in the first part, let's suppose interview today 4 p.m. The HR put the vacancy, okay, on LinkedIn or any other platform, or they put a post that please connect us if you have relevant knowledge or relevant background. Okay, if you have the basic training, then apply on this mail ID or click on this link and apply. All the freshers will apply on that link. So initially those who applied, there will be chances that they will get the interviews. Okay, and always remember, the fresher count is always greater than the vacancy. But here I'll tell you the solution as well. So whenever, like, let's suppose a company is doing the hiring process, let's suppose, so a lot of people maybe apply, let's suppose 1,000 people applied for that post. Okay, so out of them they are going to select 10 people. So most probably they might choose maybe first 50 or 30 CV maybe. Okay, those who applied first, they'll consider from first 50 CV, they'll simply, or those who applied first, then they will take the entry for those 50 people or maybe 100 people. Okay, most probably they will not go to 100, but let's suppose in the case of let's suppose they are hiring 10 people, they are taking 50 interviews. So if they are taking 50% interview and they are going to select 10 people, so what happened, first they will complete the interview for those 50 people. Finally they will decide whom we need to hire. They will put their points for each of the candidate and they will review it, and finally they will decide, okay, whom they need to hire. Or they might take a second round for them, and then again if they are like doing good, they will go for the HR part and the hiring will be mostly done. So this is the hiring for fresher. But again here, let's suppose in the market a lot of people are waiting, right? Like 1,000 people are waiting. In this case, a particular batch, in the particular batch, let's suppose in a particular company 10 people get hired, but again another remaining 990 people are waiting, okay, in the waiting list. So what will happen? Will they get a job or not? So again guys, when the company is doing the hiring now, they will train to the freshers for upcoming 3-6 months, and then they will do the next hiring process. Okay, so they will train them, okay, to particular 10 student batch, and then again they will put the vacancy for fresher, and again they will do the hiring. So what happened? Yeah, the remaining people will get interviews, but after 3 months or 6 months most probably. In the mid, if any other company is like hiring, okay, all of a sudden, okay, so there will be hirings. But here we have taken an example of single company, but multiple companies will be hiring. But their cycle is like this: 3 months or after 6 months, they will again do the hiring for fresher, because within 3 months or 6 months they will train the fresher in a very good way and they will move them into project, and again they have the requirement for fresher for the maybe upcoming projects, or maybe like again, as you know, the roles will be moving forward. The freshers will be going to from trainee statistical programmer to statistical programmer 1 and then 2. Now they need to fill up the fresher part as well, right? Because someone need to do the fresher part, okay, like the initial part, because they need to continue that cycle. Because let's suppose if they are not hiring fresher, okay, let's suppose a fresher got promoted after 6 months into statistical programmer 1. After 2 years or 1.5 year, they got promoted to 2. Now who will fill up the previous position? So as everyone is moving forward after 6 months, 1 year or 2 year or 3 year, everyone is getting promoted. So who will do the previous work, the previous role work? So they need to again hire the fresher ultimately, okay, and again the cycle will continue, okay, so it will never end. So now the question is, okay, you got an idea, like after 3 months, 6 months, again you will get interview, and then again you can give the interview, okay. And again, you don't need to wait for those 3 or 6 months. You need to actively apply. How to apply? I already made a video on YouTube, and again within 2 days I'll upload a fresh video, new video, how to find jobs, especially clinical SAS job. So even you can have a look on that. So you don't need to wait those 3 or 6 months of period. You can actively apply, okay. Within 2 or 3 months also you can get more maximum number of interviews, okay. Don't think in that way that company have already done the hiring, all the companies, and they will hire 3 or 6 months, so I'll sit 3 or 6 months and I'll wait and again I'll start applying. Okay, no, this is wrong way. applying part should be continuous. Each and every day you should apply, but in your mind you should keep that they have done one hiring and again they are going to do the hiring maybe in 3 months. So you need to have that patience, okay, of upcoming 3 or 6 months. This was the case of fresher. Now let's suppose about experienced employee. So whenever you go on internet, okay, you see most of the jobs, okay, maybe 95% of vacancies the HR or anyone is putting, okay, any company is putting, that is minimum 1 year of or 2 year of experience is required for that role, okay, in 95% of vacancies. So now the question is, you get this default question that I'm having 0 year of experience. It means I'm having no experience, working experience. Now all the vacancies I'm seeing on internet, that is asking for minimum 1 year of experience or 2 year of experience. Now what I'll do, how I should apply? Now you should always remember, guys, the vacancy in which the requirement is 1 or 2 year, that is not for you guys. That is for someone who is already working in the industry from past 1 or 2 year. Now the question is, okay, that is fine. Okay, I got the clarity that that requirement is not for me. Okay, all the vacancies, 95% that is I'm seeing on internet, that is for someone with 1 or 2 year of experience. Then which vacancies are for me, and why am most of the vacancies I'm seeing for these people, okay, with the experienced people, okay, 1, 2 or 3 year of experience. Now let us understand this logic. So let's suppose in the case of 1 or 2 or 3 year of vacancies, okay, it means in that case the person should be or they will be already working in the company from past 6 months or 1 year. So what happened, as I told you in the beginning, okay, that they have a notice period. Okay, they have a notice period of 3 months or 2 months. Okay, all the CROs are having a minimum 2 months of notice period. Okay, in average, if you see, mostly they are having 3 months of notice period. So what happened, let's suppose today Parexel want to hire, and for statistical programmer one role you should have minimum 6 months or 1 year of experience. They want to hire for this role. So they want a candidate with 1 year of experience, and they want to fill this requirement. So the HR will put the vacancy on LinkedIn. Okay, they might also start looking for candidate, okay, on LinkedIn. They'll start communicating to them, but most probably they will put a post, and that post will be circulating like within minutes, and some people will respond, some people will not. Okay, because in experience case people are busy, they are not like aggressive ki, like I want the job right now. So what happened, let's suppose they found some potential candidate with good like knowledge what they require, okay, or minimum this much year or months of experience requirement, so they are having. So they will take the interview. Okay, they will take the interview, they will even finalize the candidate. Okay, the negotiation of salary and everything is done, that is done, okay, in that case. But what happened, guys, salary negotiation, everything is done, but there is a catch again. Do you remember I told, like, for experienced employee, okay, let's suppose you started working in a company, okay, and if you want to leave the company after 6 months or 8 months, so let's suppose if today I'm putting my paper, most probably you need to wait for another 2 or 3 months, most probably, or minimum 1 month. In some cases, they will release you early. Why this like notice period of 2 or 3 months is there? So you can easily, like, you can transfer your work to the another employee who is going to complete your work, or who is going to continue your work. So easily you can transfer all of the work and you can communicate to him. So there will be smooth transition of work. So for that, for those things, mostly they are having this 1, 2 or 3 months of notice period. Okay, now you are having 3 months of notice period. Let us understand this with an example. Let's suppose you are working in LabCorp and Lilly is having the hiring for 1 year of experience employee. So what you will do? Okay, so most probably, let's suppose if you are interested, after 6 months you applied for this role. Okay, and because this role was having the requirement of minimum 6 months, okay, 6 months to 1 year. So you applied, you got the interview, given the interview, even you cracked the interview of Lilly, and they decided they will give you 30-40% of hike from your current pay. You got very happy. So you are putting your paper today in LabCorp. Okay, you can tell them XYZ reason, or you can tell the same. You are joining next company. They'll not tell you, okay, anything. That is totally fine. So you'll put your papers in the company, and then you need to wait another minimum 2 months or 3 months. And you need to serve your notice period minimum 2 months. After 2 months only you can join the Lilly company. Now what happened, Lily will keep that vacancy open, okay, for the particular vacancy you got hired. Why? Because it is not in the IT world, it is not fixed that the candidate will join this company after 2 months. What happens, some candidate, what they do, now they have 2 months, they put their paper in a one company, okay, now they cracked the, let's suppose, Lily interview, now they'll give the interview for Novartis as well, some another big companies. And some candidate do like this, they will tell them, I already have a offer letter of, okay, I'm having current pay of 6 lakhs and I'm having an offer of 9 lakh, can you give me more than 9, okay, then I'm ready for the interview. Most of the people do like this. Yes guys, okay, that should not be there, this is not a right way, but yeah, this is what happening. So, and so they will get another 10 LPA of offer, and then another next company offer them an 11 LPA, and finally they will go and join the 11 LPA company. That is totally fine, okay, that is what happening, okay. So these things company also got to know, because from years these things are happening. So they'll not down the post for coming 2 or 3 months until unless the candidate is joining the company, most probably. So once they got fully confirmation that this candidate is going to join the company, okay, then they will down the post. It means the post you see on internet that is having the requirement of 1, 2 or 3 years, that is getting circulated for the coming 1, 2 or 3 months, most probably. Okay, because the candidate is going to join after 1, 2 or 3 months, most probably, in most of the cases after 3 months or after 2 months. So they also know it is not fixed, the candidate after 2 months, the particular candidate like what Lily have hired, they are going to join them or not. So they will circulate, they might take some more interviews, might be, okay, and they'll keep them as an backup. That will be also the case, so that vacancies will be circulated for 1, 2 or 3 year experience, because the candidate cannot join the same day. In fresher case, the candidate is ready to give interview at the same day as well and to join the company at the same day as well. So their post will be down at the same day, most probably. You will see in the fresher, whenever you apply for a fresher post, if you apply directly on LinkedIn, you see applications are full within same day mostly, okay. Or if you are mailing, after 1, 2 or 3 days you will not get much response. But in experience case, you can get the response up to maybe 2, 3 months, okay, for the same post. Or maybe like they'll respond to you easily, okay, in the experience case. Why? Because the candidate they hired, that is going to join after 3 months, and that is not even too sure. So that's the issue. Whenever you open internet, you always see that experienced employee vacancies, because their vacancies are getting circulated in market, okay, because that vacancies needs to be there in the market for coming 2 or 3 months. And for fresher vacancies, because candidate is ready to give interview, okay, next day or same day, and candidate is even ready to join. These things company also know, because a fresher candidate is actively looking to get a job, not to negotiate or jump into multiple companies. Like very less amount of fresher, okay, let's suppose out of 100, maybe only 2 or 3 freshers are like this, they'll even negotiate for their role. You have seen like a candidate got an offer from one company. As a fresher, he given the interview in the next company, and he told, I already have a 4 LP offer, if you give me 6 LP, I'll join your company. And he joined the 6 LPA company. But yeah, these things are done by very less people in the fresher level. And the same ratio, let's suppose, this ratio, people who crack an interview as a fresher and do not join, the ratio is 3%. But people who crack the interview as an experience and do not join the company, the ratio is 80%. Okay, maybe more than 50 for sure. So that's why in experience case, they have to circulate the post for coming 2 or 3 months, okay, until the candidate is joining. In fresher case, because they know most probably candidate whom they are selecting, those are going to join the company for sure, 99%. Okay, they are not going to jump here and there. So for them, the post is down and you will not see much vacancies on internet. Whenever you open internet, you always see vacancies for experienced employee, and you always feel that this vacancy is for me, like 1 year experience vacancy is for me, because you have not seen yet the fresher vacancy, okay, because that is coming and down within 2-3 days, like the coming and going, okay, getting down. But the experience case, 1, 2 or 3 year experience, that is getting rotated in the market. Okay, and you know the reason now why that is getting rotated in the market. So there are many ways of applying jobs, but this was the logic behind the things, why you always see experience vacancies, why don't see fresher vacancies. Okay, and again, my next video will be on how to find clinical SAS job. Okay, we'll discuss in detail like this video. And guys, in this video I tried the whole video in English, so if you found this one is convenient or the same previous one we are doing that was more convenient, do let us know in the comment. Okay, and thank you everyone. If you find this video useful, give me a like and comment your opinions as well and your views as well. Okay, maybe your comment can help some other people. Okay, you might have some great knowledge. So that's it for today guys. Thank you everyone, and bye bye everyone. And again, if you want to communicate with me regarding any of the clinical SAS regarding help or guidance or training, you can check in the description, video description. Either you can go to the channel about section, there will be option one-to-one counseling. Through that you can connect to me. So finally, bye bye everyone, and thank you.